My wish, of course, is to meet her. It would be a dream come true for me. It would be the best day of my life. I would love to meet her and hug her and hear her laugh in person because I believe it's truly the best medicine. So I'm just really looking forward to the day that I get to meet her because I would be just so incredibly happy.
I've got a special little treat for you. Myself and some of the other Charm Twitter family have decided that we wanted to get you a birthday present, something very, very special. So we have decided that we're going to give you an all expenses paid trip to Nashville in September to meet Holly, Shannon and Brian.
Hey guys, so I'm here because a lot of you wanted to know about my Nashville experience. And as most of you know, yes, I have finally met Holly. It feels so crazy to say. And also Shannon and Brian and a few Twitter people as well. And it was one of the most amazing weekends I've ever experienced and just so many stories, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And some of you may want to know like everything from the airport, to the very end, and some of you may just want to hear about my experience with Holly and Shannon and Brian. So I'm just going to tell you guys everything and just watch what you want to watch. But so basically, the day before the convention, I was freaking out. I basically forgot how to pack. I don't know, my brain was just so overwhelmed and like, what am I gonna pack and what am I gonna wear? And it was crazy. So, but I finally calmed down and I got about like 6 hours of sleep. I couldn't sleep for a little while because I just had so many things running through my mind. And then Friday morning, I just woke up and I was like, is this really happening? Like, everything was just so overwhelming. That's like just the adjective for the whole weekend, is overwhelming. But yeah, so I woke up like at, I think a little bit after 7, and we were going to leave for the airport around 8, I think. And if you guys didn't know, I flew to Nashville with Cindy, who is from New Zealand. She flew all the way from New Zealand to go to the Nashville convention, and I actually met her at my airport in California, and we flew to Nashville together. So that was really cool. So I woke up on Friday, feeling nervous about the convention and the fact that I was going to be meeting Cindy for the first time, and it was just so overwhelming and so many thoughts running through my head. So let's see. So I had everything packed, and so we headed to the airport, and the airport is like 10-15 minutes from where I'm living. So that was good. And when I got there, it started raining a little bit, and I'm like, oh no, like, is this gonna be bad weather? Like, I don't know. I was just worried that something was going to go wrong, but it was just sprinkling a little bit. But so I walked in the door, and then I turned to the right, and like I immediately saw her. And then like she saw me. I think she saw me first, but she was like walking towards me. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so real. So yeah, so I hugged her and everything, and I know I told you guys that I was gonna try to vlog throughout the experience and like take videos of meeting people and everything, but that didn't happen. I was so overwhelmed. I hardly even, like, I hate to say this, but I hardly even took that many pictures just because there was so much going on. But I have a lot of stories, so hopefully those are good enough. But yeah, so I didn't film our meeting, but it was so crazy. Like, it didn't feel like it was actually happening. But but yeah, it was very, very cool to meet her. So, you know, we checked in, we went through security, we went up and we're waiting for our plane. And we were like tweeting and we were taking pictures and posting them, and people were like, oh my god, you guys met. And I don't know, it was very cool. And so basically all day Friday was mostly flying. We didn't go straight to Nashville. We stopped in Texas and we had like 45 minute to an hour layover there. So, you know, it was just a really long day. But, you know, we got to Texas and that is a huge airport. Like you have to take, I don't know what it's called, like a rail, like a light rail from one terminal to another, and it's like outside, and it's like a train that you have to take from one gate to another gate. So I was really glad that we had a long layover so that we had enough time to get from one gate to the other. But, you know, we got there in plenty of time, and I remember when we were sitting at the gate in Texas, Cindy had tweeted Holly the picture of us that we took back in San Jose, and saying that, you know, we're repping Sea Shepherd and PETA and we're really excited to see you guys. And I remember that Holly favorited it, and she also tweeted me while we were at the airport, and I'm like, she's flying at the same time as us, and she's like responding to us, and it's all like becoming so real. And so then we got on the plane in Texas, and then the next stop was Nashville. So we finally, and on the plane, on both rides, we watched Charmed episodes, so that was really cool. It still didn't seem real to me, but, you know, it was really cool, like, watching Charmed with somebody that knows and loves Charmed, because I haven't had that opportunity before, so, you know, that was very cool. And so, yeah, so we landed in Nashville at, like, 6:30 their time, and so it was already getting dark, so we didn't really have time to do anything really. So we went and we got our luggage, and we decided to take a taxi to the hotel because they didn't have a shuttle, unfortunately. So yeah, so we took a taxi, and like the ride was was just so quiet. I think both of us were just like really overwhelmed that, you know, we were finally there and it was actually happening. And I don't know, but it was cool driving through downtown and just seeing the city at night. It was so bright, and there were like a lot of people out, and it was a little bit scary in some places, but yeah, so then we finally got to the hotel, and like my heart started beating really fast because I'm like, a bunch of Twitter people are staying in the same hotel as us. What if I see them? Like, I'm so excited. So yeah, so we got there and we didn't see anybody in the lobby, and we went up to our room, and we tried turning the lights on and the lights would not turn on. I was like, oh my gosh, like, did we get a bad hotel room? Like, it was like half the power was out, because the light when you first walk in was on, but none of the lamps would turn on, and we like tried everything, and we were using our phones as lights to like try and see the plugs and stuff, and so we finally got the lights on, and so then I think we decided to head downstairs to try to meet Cassie and Brittany, because they said that they were coming back from having dinner, and so they would meet us in the lobby. So so basically we just kind of left our stuff and went downstairs to the lobby, and we were sitting there waiting for them, and I remember that my heart was beating so fast, and I was like looking in every single direction because I'm like, they could come from anywhere, and it was like so exciting knowing that I finally get to meet people that I talk to all the time. And I'd actually met Cassie at the Radical Something concert in San Francisco, so I was meeting her for the second time, so that was cool. But I was meeting Brittany for the first time, and I talked to her a lot, so, you know, it was really cool knowing that I was actually going to get to meet her. And then, so then they came in, and it was, like, really exciting, and, you know, we hugged, and we were talking, and they said how they went to the convention because they got in early, so they went to the convention on Friday. We didn't have time, but they did, and they met Brian. And I remember Brittany was telling me how, like, she was nervous meeting Brian, and she was like freaking out that she wouldn't be able to like meet Holly, because if she was like this with Brian, it would be so much worse with Holly. And it was like, it was cool hearing their stories and everything. And then I was really excited to meet Charlotte and Kelly. And I texted Charlotte. I said, we're here at the hotel. Where are you guys? And I didn't get an answer. And we were also tweeting them too, and we didn't hear anything. So we actually started getting worried, like, they haven't tweeted since they got off the plane, hopefully something bad didn't happen. And like, we were all worried and stuff. And it turns out that they had fallen asleep, like, once they got to the hotel. So they said that, well, we decided that we were just gonna go out to go find something to eat, and then, meet them when we got back. And then I come to find out that they had fallen asleep and they were just getting something to eat too. So, so Cindy and I went out of the hotel, and, we wanted to take a picture, like, of the city, because the lights were really pretty and stuff. And so, so I had my phone. I didn't have my camera with me. I just had my phone, which takes really crappy pictures. But so I took a picture of this really pretty building. And then as soon as I took it, I like looked at it, and then all of a sudden I hear screaming, and I turn and I see someone like running at me, and like I almost had a heart attack. But then Charlotte, she like attacked me with a hug, and like threw me backwards, and like my shoe fell off and everything. And but like it was so cool. But so yeah, so we met Charlotte and Kelly outside of the hotel, and like that was one of the coolest things, because I talk to Charlotte literally every single day. Like, she's one of my closest friends, both on and off Twitter, and meeting her was like a really cool thing for me. So like it was really exciting. We were talking to them for a while, like about the flights and everything, and like, I don't know, and just about being excited for the next day. And but yeah, it was so cool. So then we told them that, we were gonna go get food, and we'll meet you guys inside. And so anyways, we went down the street to McDonald's, because we didn't know like where anything was, and we were just like starving because we hadn't eaten all day, and we just wanted something fast. So we went to McDonald's, and like, it was like, I don't know, the guy at the counter like didn't know what he was doing. He like messed up my order, and it didn't seem like a very clean place either. So I was like, oh no, it's starting the bad luck. But yeah, so we got our food, and we brought it back to the hotel. And so we were just kind of chilling in our room and just eating. And the TV also didn't work very well. We turned on the TV, and it was like glitching and stuff. So, so like a lot of stuff was going wrong. But a cool thing was that when we were watching like the news, there was a story for Comic-Con that came on, and it just made everything like really exciting. So then we invited everyone to like come up to our room, like, hey, party in our room, and just to hang out and everything. So I think, I'm trying to remember who got there first, but I don't remember. Everything's so overwhelming. But basically, yeah, so it was all of us. It was me, Cindy, Kelly, Charlotte, Brittany, and Cassie. We were just all hanging out in our room, and that was like one of my favorite parts of the weekend, just hanging out that Friday night, just like talking, and like we were talking about Twitter, and about like experiences for the people that haven't met them before. And it was just the coolest thing to talk to people that I talk to all the time, but finally talk to them in person. Like, I can't explain it. It was one of the coolest things ever. And we also had chocolate, so that was great. But yeah, that was so cool. And then we were like, okay, I guess it's time to go to sleep, because it was like after midnight. And I'm like, oh, how am I gonna go to sleep? I don't know. And so anyways, so everybody left, and then we went to bed. And I literally laid there from like midnight to like I think 2 a.m. I could not sleep. I just like I had so many thoughts going through my head. I was like, oh, this isn't happening. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. And then, so finally I fell asleep. And I woke up and, you know, as soon as I heard the alarm going off and I woke up and I'm like, today is the day. Oh my gosh. And it was just so, I couldn't process it. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking. It was crazy. And so our plan was to go to the convention and pick up our passes and everything and then come back and get ready. So basically we got up at like 7:30 and we just kind of threw clothes on and we went with Kelly and Charlotte to the convention center to get our passes, and Brittany and Cassie were already at the convention center. They were like already ready to go. But yeah, so we went to the convention center, which was only like down the street. It was very close. It was like 5-10 minute max walk over to the convention center. And so we went there, and as we like went in, I started seeing the signs, like the Comic-Con signs, and it was so crazy. And then we saw Tommy from Twitter, and we met him, and that was very, very cool. So like our group was growing, and it was just like the coolest thing ever to, you know, be meeting all of these people. And so then we went upstairs to the VIP part and we got in line to get our passes. And so we showed him our tickets, and then she went to this bin that had Holly, Shannon, and Brian's name on it. And I wanted to take a picture of it, but I thought that would be kind of weird. But like it was so surreal seeing their name on the bin. But yeah, so we got like this big gift bag, and it had like a painting of the cast. And we got like these wristbands put on. And we got this really cool badge. It's like, looks like this, and then on the other side it's like shiny. It's very cool. But and we got the autograph and photo tickets, and everything was just like starting to hit me, and it was crazy. And then so then they were like, oh, maybe we should go get breakfast. And my mindset, I was like, okay, I am not in any mindset to be eating right now. I'm way too nervous. But anyway, so we went like downtown to this restaurant and got something to eat. I just got like yogurt and granola and stuff because I wasn't about to eat like a full meal. I was so nervous and like so overwhelmed. So yeah, so we did that, and then after that, Kelly and Tommy decided that they didn't need to like go get ready or anything, so they just went straight to the convention center. So me, Cindy, and Charlotte like rushed back to the hotel because it was already like 10:30, and I think the con was already open, and Holly's autograph started at 11. And like we didn't plan to be there right when it started because we wanted the line to go down so that we'd have time to talk to her. So we planned to be there later anyways, but like it was so, I felt like really stressed out because I was like, I really want to get there and I still have to go take a shower. So, you know, it was like 10:30 and we rushed back to the hotel and we went to our separate rooms. So Charlotte went to her room, Cindy and I went to our room, and we both took showers and we got ready. And I was actually kind of surprised. Like I thought I would be putting on my makeup and messing up because I was like shaking so much, but I was actually calm. But when I was like done getting ready, when I had like my makeup and my hair and everything all done, then I started freaking out.